So I hope that you can see my video. All right. So actually what happened, so uh, this is my first time I'm streaming right now, and too much mosquitoes over here, and I think you can see me. I'm not sure. Okay, so here is a deal that you can so today I'm going to talk about some real life physics. Okay, so real life physics is very important in our daily life physics, like whatever we are doing, the the tools we are utilizing, everything we are using in our gadgets like smartphone, in our computer, in our day to day life, whatever, it's all about physics and its future technology. So what is the future technology and whatever, so I'm going to talk about on these topics, whatever. So if you have any questions regarding this, uh, you can simply put questions on my on the comment section so that I can watch it anyway. So the interesting fact about physics is, physics I am currently teaching a lot of students, but they are all not kind of satisfied with the current education system. So I think it's best way to 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 try in different way that we can learn physics, and that's why I just make this YouTube channel. Anyway, I'm so anyway, I think so this is my anyway, actually this is the first time I'm doing some YouTube streaming, so I have to check my every details of my the gadgets and whatever it is. Okay, so guys, I hope that you can listen me, you can hear me right now. I'm not sure, but yeah. So physics in day to day life has been if you talking about who am I am a PhD student. My main I am a kind of theoretical physicist, but my main course is you know high energy physics. But I think and I live in India, so and I'm doing from the Calcutta University. So anyway, and also my native language is Bengali, but I can talk in English, and that's why first time I thought that I can start a YouTube channel in my native language in Bengali, but then later I decided to switch over to English so that I can reach to more people out of there. And I'm kind of introvert, so but a lot of students talked to me and told me that I can make a YouTube channel so that where I can explain literally everything in the science, not only the physics, the science, the historical part, and to general public in a way that they will be more uh, they will be like, hey, it's entertainment time, it's fun time with the same conditions apply. Okay, so just change this device so that I can concentrate over my things anyway. So the 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 thing is here is how much people is watching. I really don't know, because today I just crossed 10 subscriber, including my some known students, and I don't know who are rest of them. But I literally thinking that if you subscribe, if you watch this one, and if you don't watch this one, you can subscribe me, and that makes me feel like I can make more videos often. And I think I can make videos like 5 to 6 times in a week. So and talking about some physics, the stops about the astrophysics part, the astronomy part. Even I think I can do some kind of calculation, the mathematical calculation part, where which is I think which is absent in kind of way in YouTube. But there's another way. I think this is gonna be a good thing, that my future plan is something like can I can make some kind of video where I will talk to some kind of kind of guys, and I will literally I'm asking you that if you watch me, some you can send me email, or you can comment in my videos, so that I can reach out your problem, and then I can make a very good video about it if you have any doubt. Because that's how I think that's how it should work, right? Eventually I have not a good setup in my, it's my room, so I don't have a lot good setup. I have just light and the phone in front of me, which acting like a webcam, and that's it anyway. So this is a brief introductions part of me, so you know me better. And then what happens if you are watching this, I literally take this title that how this physics part, how physics and the science works in day-to-day life. And that's a part I am going to elaborate today in a way that everyone from 8 to 80 you can watch and you can understand in a general way. So this video is intended to everyone, whether you are a science student or not, you are a general public or not, whether. So let's start with some kind of basic thing, that if you are waking when you are waking up, the alarm clock which rings. But the thing is, alarm clock, this is a discovery of science, which is physics. Now the if you are talking about the alarm clock or some kind of thing like clock, so everywhere there is a cycle goes on, and there is called some quartz part, which which is vibrating a lot more times in 1 seconds. And if there is that amount of vibrations happened, then we can call this is 1 second. So this the the minute and the hour, the needle it will move further. Okay, so that's how it works. It's a gear, it's kind of engineering thing, but it's all about the physics. Now then you go to bathroom, you will use the geyser or the heater, or you can use some kind of the water machines. Everything is inventions from the physicist and the scientist. First time physicists invent something, then they transfer it to the engineers, who develop it more further in a very useful design. So that a lot of students asked me about some good question about what is the difference between physicists and the engineers. I always tell them that physicists discover something for the first time. So when they discover that is kind of ugly, it's a mess things, So whenever the first time when computer, which is today's computer, when discovered, that was kind of messy things, and this is the time I think that's gonna be a like uh, physicists don't try to some, you know, to make it beautiful or user friendly. So that's where engineer comes or computer scientist comes. So computer science totally born after that, and then they are trying to make it more user friendly and more, you know, more innovative in design. And physicists and the scientists in the nanotechnology or material science, they are innovating the future, because their work actually improves the technology in the microchips that has been used in our mobile device or in our laptop or the computer. So whether you are using any of these, you are actually using the microchips or the processor. The basic part of the computer science is all about 1 and 0. You can I think you have heard that. So this 1 and 0 is the digital life. You are asking Google Home or Amazon Alexa to play a music, so your voice, so even you are calling someone, your friends and family, so you are messaging someone. So every digital connections made out with some with only two digits, which is 1 and 0, which is called binary. And this 1 and 0 is basically the same thing. It's on and off. It's in our electronic department, electronics, it's 5 volt or minus 5 volt or 0 volt, sorry, 0 volt specifically. So 5 volt considered as 1, which is on state, and 0 volt considered as the off state. So that's how the signal goes. So sometimes it's like 10100001. So whenever it's 1, it's 5 volt. So then it changes. So there should be a time. So after that, this changes to something 5 to 0, 0 to 5, 5 to 0, or 5 to 5. Suppose say there is a sequence where I have to put 1 and 1 in a order. So how do you know that 5 will be in a 2 in a 2 row? Okay, so you need some timing reference, and that's where the clock speed is important. Because clock speed, which is not the our watch clock or something like wall clock, that's not the thing. It's the clock internally built in our CPU, the microprocessor. You can see whenever you are going to buy some kind of PC or mobile phone or smartphone, you are you will be seeing some kind of clock cycles, which is represent in a gigahertz or megahertz. So you can you know from that how faster is it. So you are just like 4 gigahertz, that means 4 billion times it changes. So it can instruct 4 billion 5 and zeros, which is 5 volt and 0 volts in a 1 second. So it's more faster than the 2 gigahertz, which only gives 2 billions of the instructions in 1 second. So that's how clock speed works. And then it's the part of the electronics and the microprocessor where you will be going to see a lot of difficulties. But I think physics is the fundamental thing, because I love physics and I learn physics. Eventually, whenever I am going to explain some kind of computer stuffs to my students, they think that how do I know? But it's all the father of the computer science is all it's the physics and the mathematics, because mathematics develops the part where the software part, or some kind of the BIOS or something like GPU, how it will work. Like you know, if you are gamer, you know that we need a graphics card to process the image, or to process the image more faster than the CPU. So we need a discrete graphics card. So this graphics card actually works in a way that it has to solve a lot of linear algebraic equations or differential equations in order to process the image in a way. So whenever you're playing a game, you are watching something like, hey, your processor actually solving a lot of mathematics in 1 second, and that's why it's important. Even if you are thinking about, hey, where am I, so Google will show you your, hey mosquito, please don't come to me, I will kill you. So whenever you are going to say, hey, where am I, and then the Google map will show you the same thing, that the your location. So this location is actually sending from the international space stations, and these international space stations actually, it has to be three independent and three dependent and coordinated international space stations, and they will send you the actually what happens whenever you are going to send this instruction to Google will tell your software to measure, and then software tells the hardware in your phone that, hey, please check how much time it will take to send a signal from your device to these three ISS stations, which is international space stations, and then your hardware will send electromagnetic wave to these ISS stations, and then the return path will take follow, and then they will calculate how much time they are taking from each one of these, and then the software will calculate inside your phone that, okay, so it takes 1 second, it takes 2 seconds, it takes 3 seconds, so you are closer to the this one, which takes only 1 second. So you are then closer to this one, and then you are closer to this one. So it's a very complicated way to calculate this part, but it's actually in this way. So analogy is same, and then they calculate the radius, and you know, if you are having a lot of good speed, then your mensurations will be good, but if you are in a very bad speed, then GPS will tell you the wrong positions, because that's how it works. And eventually this system, you have to calculate some kind of time dilations, software tells that, and this time dilation is coming from the Einstein special theory of relativity, and this is where Einstein is, more handy. I am calling this handy because it's very useful, because without Einstein's special theory of relativity, we don't know where am I. Eventually, if you are watching this video right now, you are basically watching through the lot of cables, optical fiber, the copper wire, whatever. Eventually, if you are watching with your cellular tower, then it's going through like electromagnetic wave, which has been discovered by Faraday experimentally, and then verified and theorized with the law of the Maxwell, and then it's and then some kind of thing happened with the Einstein's part, and Einstein made it more convenient. Anyway, that's a lot of junk. So every time you see, if you're capturing an image, that's also physics inside that, because the light is captured in a plate, where it takes it takes all the ray is coming, and then this ray is actually react with some kind of plate, which is kind of iodide plate, and then it will transfer every pixel to a digital component, which is 1 or 0, 1 and 0, and then the software of the camera that will convert this signal into the image. And now that's how it all works. Even the software and the hardware part, where you see a lot of details, like I have a small camera. Eventually this camera has also a CPU in it, which converts which actually tells CPU is the central processing unit, where it is the main gateway between the software part and the hardware part, where it will instruct it something like, or it will insert like that. Anyway, so I have to so this is how it works. Okay, so if you have any type of questions, then you can simply put your questions into our comment section. I see there is no comment. Okay, because I'm not kind of a good YouTuber, and you see I'm kind of murmuring a lot because I am not so much fluent in streaming or something else. So I think it will take some few weeks to become more stable in this platform. And so I think in this time I can make a lot of good video. I hope so, because my students always gives me hope. So if you have questions, I see there's a 2 viewer is watching. So if you're watching this video, you can simply put a comment in the descriptions. Anyway, so here is a thing. So now I have said you that a lot of details about the electronics. So how does this the electricity works? Like if you say like the lamp, the LED, even your TV, how does it work? So there is a difference in 3 kind of lamp, like incandescent, fluorescent, or LED. So they works in different way, but they're same way. Like incandescent is the lamp where heat makes the wire glows, and then you will see a brighter light. In fluorescent, the charges go through one terminal to another terminal, which is plus to minus, and then and there is a noble gas out there, and then whenever charges goes like to this, it will spark, and this spark is kind of invisible or in a ultraviolet region. So the light have to be coming through the coating part, where the coating part is making the invisible light visible, so that whenever I watch the tube light, so tube light is basically it's inside of tube light there is a lightning strike happening every time. Like whenever there is a cloud to cloud or cloud to ground lightning happens, there is basically the charge coming in a way, and they are finding the shortest path to the ground, and that's why they are always like goes like this one, this is this. So yeah, so they are every time finding the best way to go in the ground. And if there is if if lightning strikes in one place, there is a huge probability that lightning will strike that place again, because lightning already knows that it is the best place. So you know already that one way is the best way to go B from A point, and the second times whenever you are going to the B from A, the huge probability is you are taking the same way twice. So this is how the lightning works, and same way the tube light works. Eventually in tube light, the choke part, which actually kind of inductions, which makes it more, it actually step up kind of transformer, which makes the voltage in the terminal lot, like 5 to 7,000 volt in that terminal, and that's how it works. And there is another point I have to mention, that there is a LED, which is light emitting diode, which is mostly used today. So this is also a light. Okay, so this is also a LED light, which is light emitting diode, and this light emitting diode is basically works in a way that there's a I call it in a simple way, it's a transistor. So electrons and the holes in a junk way it's junk term. So electrons and holes, they are moving in opposite directions, and some kind of current flows there and making it glow. So that's how it works. So let's see if there's a comment. There's no comment. So that's how it works. So this is the okay. So I see no comments till now. Okay, I hope you can okay. So if you are watching this, I hope that you can make some kind of questions to me, because I am going to stop this one for today, because if you have any questions, I am giving you 5 minutes, because and from that I hope that you will give me some kind of questions. If you have in your mind, you cannot ask someone, because that makes silly to you. But I think silly questions is most important to me, because if you're thinking this is silly, it's not, because it's actually important questions. And if you are telling me how to improve this video, or I have to rotate my camera in a way that I can focus camera in a very good orientations, or if the lighting is a lot, I don't know. So you can give me. And mosquito is too much. I don't love mosquitoes, because they bite me and suck my blood too much. Anyway, and if you are watching guys like gaming channels, I already created a gaming channel also, where I will be more funnier. Anyway, so that the name is 2pi. Okay, so 2pi gaming is my, so I will leave the gaming channel link in the descriptions, though I did not upload anything, but I will definitely upload a lot of gaming videos, because I love gamings from my childhood. Anyway, so guys, if you are having any questions, just ask me. And another thing I want to discuss with you, that I have already uploaded a lot of video about physics in these channels. So if you love that, you can simply subscribe my channels. Even before subscribing my channels, you can watch some kind of videos, and you can like or dislike the video, because I think the real judgment, a lot of YouTubers says, hey, please like my video. I think like or dislike should be to you, and the total it's like a voting system. So if you dislike the video, I know that something is wrong with the video, and I have to improve the video in some way that I have the control. Sometimes I don't have a lot of luxuries gadget or gear, like a good webcam. It's simply my phone, and also I have not good enough the computer, which is, it's okay type. Eventually I have bought some good, just a normal computer, which is Ryzen 5 processor and the AMD graphics card, which is gonna be great options for me for this price. And then Anyway, so it's about 30 minutes. I'm going to, and there is no questions from you guys, so I think it's good time to leave this video right here. And I hope guys you will be okay, you will be in my next episode. So thank you for watching guys, thank you very much.